Interracial dating is a mental illness. Or so I've heard. I've heard such crazy things before. I'm not sure how I feel about them, but I have heard such a statement. Now, I can understand somewhat of that point of view coming about that statement. It's somebody else's plight. It's the way they view the world, which we all have different ways of viewing certain things. Now, I know already some people are probably thinking, oh my, Mike is out here trying to justify smashing other cheeks, when all I'm saying is it's not always easy to get cheeks from your own race. Many of us black men are out here struggling. Now, my biggest issue with this whole thing is that some black men use this argument as a justification to only smash certain races, or usually it's white women, but they usually try to use this as a justification to doing that. Well, I just have my preference. Like, everybody has their preferences, but it's just weird, and for whatever reason they don't understand why it's weird that they don't have a preference for their own women. Like, they will rank their own women last, and that is strange. I'm sorry. It just, any race of people would believe that about their own race of people. Like, if you think that your people are the lowest of the low, it doesn't make sense to any of your people. It doesn't matter if you're white, Asian, Hispanic, Latino, Samoan. It doesn't matter. They're all going to look at you sideways. So I don't understand why we make such a big deal of it here in the black community, like it's not such a thing in every other community. Like, that's the issue that I have with most of the black dudes that try to justify smashing only white women. When it's like, I mean, I get it. That is your preference. I can tell, because that's the only things you pursue. And sometimes I get it. You seem to get along with them better. The way you carry yourself, the way you go about your business, some of your hobbies, it does tend to lend you into more white pockets or more Asian circles, which I ain't really seen that. But I mean, it does put you in some other spaces that aren't always filled with blacks. Hell, for me, like, I'm filled with all sorts of different circles of people. Like, I deal with different races, sexes, whatever, all the different times. But still, my main preference is black women. It just doesn't mean I will end up with one. I've had to accept that as time has gone on, because some of the ones I keep running into don't have the same goals in the future as I do. Like, for whatever reason, there's a lot that don't want children. There's a lot of women that don't want children nowadays, which I can't do that. I'm sorry. I mean, if you don't want kids, it's not going to work out. I at least need to have the possibility of that happening, now if I can't, then, well, I guess whatever. But as long as I still have the capabilities, I would like to pursue such a thing. But the whole interracial dating being a mental illness thing, it's an exaggeration. I mean, it's something that people like Dr. Umar, purport. The stuff that he carries half of his imaging on, half of his messaging. That way he can continue to scam folks up out of more money, like he's currently trying to do, talking about his bank accounts being shut down, saying that he needs a defense fund for the fact that he's going to have to start suing folks for slandering his name. When, I mean, you know what? Is it really slander if the stuff is true? Still waiting to see the sign of FDMG Academy on that building. Still ain't seen it. Funny that he's always reporting his stuff outside, but he's never actually inside of that school. Some people assume he's homeless. I mean, I wonder why. You're always posting videos outside, out in public. Like, why aren't you inside anymore? We never see you inside of a building unless you're on somebody else's podcast. Every time you're making your own videos, you're either in the ride or you're on some like stoop. Damn near need to just call you Stoop Kid. But I mean, not gonna have to go that far. But that's where you are. You're always either outside. You're never inside that school. You're never inside of anywhere else. You've already been exposed to be a hoarder, which is like, damn, man, like you're a hoarder too. I mean, that lets you know, hey, those people are different psychologically. You shouldn't just run around trusting people who are hoarders. I mean, not with everything. And I mean, I'm talking about true hoarders, where you walk inside and everything's about to crumble at the foundation because there's just so much weight inside. They got newfound like bacteria like growing up in that mug. They actually have diseases growing in their house, and they're so immune to it that they don't have to put a hazmat suit on. That's how dirty of a hoarder those people are. That's how messed up in the mind they are. Dr. Umar is not very far off. And I think people who carry around these narratives like interracial dating is a mental illness do kind of think that way. Like, if you truly believe it. Now, I understand why some people are angry. Now, for me, if you're a baby boomer above, I understand why you might feel the way you do. I'm sorry. I get it. Like, I mean, as a younger person, I try to be empathetic to certain people's plights, and I can understand why racial tensions amongst people of a certain age and above are what they are. Because I'm sorry, they just lived a life experience that most of us didn't live, like in my age or below, or just didn't. So if they have those like feelings, sometimes it's for a reason. Now, I have seen a lot of them overcome a lot of that hate, and I feel like that takes a lot of growth. Whether you're black or white, it doesn't matter. I feel like if you've overcome some of that hate that either should have existed or should have not, I think that takes a lot out of a person to do so. Now, this whole rant is really going all over the place, but it's just more or less, I just wanted to talk about this in general because I think it's an interesting topic. Because sometimes, like I said, certain people just don't match with certain people. Like RG3 wasn't going to be with a black woman. I'm sorry. He just isn't. Like there's certain brothers, like I look at them, I'm like, they're not going to clap black cheeks. It's not going to happen. Black women wouldn't want them. And if they were thinking they were interested, they're not. They're not really all in. Like they'll take the black girl to prom and he only did it for the aesthetics. That way his mama wasn't going to be riding his back and his cousins and his uncles and stuff weren't going to be like, hey, are you like that? Or what's going on? Are you gay? I mean, he just did it so people wouldn't ask questions. You know, some of them did that. So like if you have white people that really cater deeply to black culture, you should question those people at least a little bit. Like, why do you not like your people? You know what I'm saying? Like, we just be accepting people all the time willy-nilly, while other races and cultures, they be having questions when we be stepping in. Rightfully so. You need to wonder, like, why is homie over here trying to infiltrate? We should start doing that a little bit more often. Doesn't mean you don't have to be accepting, but you should ask questions like, why do you not like your own people a little bit more? You know, I'm not saying that you have to, but why don't you? You don't have to, they don't have to be like begging and like on their knees telling you and pleading and stuff like that. There needs to be a justification of why they hang around you so much. Why are they not resonating at home? Is it because they were beaten at home? They really have issues with their daddy or their mama and them were abusive or did drugs all the time? Because if that's the case, then hey, you'll just go anywhere you're accepted. And I understand that. And that's why these cultures end up getting mixed and whatnot. I just think this world has gotten so weird and lopsided now. Like people need to just realize like we're all the same, damn near. But some of these people are just so like stuck in these crazy ideologies, the far rights and the far lefts, like it's so far apart. Like they're tier one. I mean, they're so lost. Everything's got to be made about race. It's got to be hate and just all sorts of just baiting you all the time. Mine is the race bait, dude. I'm not going to ignore race when race is an actual factor, because there are certain things in this world where it still is a thing. Sometimes with the cops, it still is race related. Sometimes people were just acting out of line, and then sometimes it's like the cops were tripping. People act like it can't be different things. It always has to be one. No, it doesn't. Nothing in life has to be one way. That's how you end up down cultist rabbit holes. That's how you end up just being hive-minded and not be able to think for yourself. And the whole idea of thinking that you had to be trapped and succumb to only like dating and smashing your own people is, you know, that becomes part of it. I feel like it becomes hive-minded. It stunts some people because it keeps them from being them full themselves. Like, look, like I said, if they're not going to smash black women, just let them be. They don't have to. Just like white women don't have to sleep with white men. They don't have to be the case. Now, like I said, you start having questions. Like, I just hate people who act like their preferences aren't what they are. The thing that has always confused me though, is I've seen black guys with black women and then they will cheat with white women. But the white woman is an absolute downgrade from the black woman that they were cheating with them with. Like I get, okay, I'm not getting cheeks at home, but damn, could you at least upgrade on the side? Like they always make the jokes about Becky because the Becky that they're busting is busted. And I mean, that doesn't work. Like my thing is, if you're gonna cheat up. Like if you were cheating with Sydney Sweeney, I think she would maybe get past it. Now people over pissed off at her because she's over here making sexy, jean jacket commercials. I mean, oh my God, it's all sorts of different, deeper, darker conspiracies. When I'm pretty sure she just signed the check. They said put on these jeans, and the whole message behind it, she has good genes. And then some people are like, oh, are you saying white women have good genes and better genes than other people? Like, I mean, some have good genes. Genetics, just saying that some do. Now, are you saying that the majority of them are great like that? No, but I would say Sydney Sweeney has some good genetics. I mean, unless she's been under the knife, and as far as I know, she hadn't. But I mean, overall, if you had to start ranking them by the races, I mean, clearly, like black women are top when it comes to genetics. I mean, the longevity factor alone. But hey, that doesn't mean other races don't have some nice ones now. I mean, there are beautiful women everywhere. Just like some guys, some of us, we're all over the place. Sometimes women, you need to give us a better chance and stop chasing the same dudes, but it's a different conversation for a different day. But what are your thoughts about interracial dating? Just leave them in the comments. I'm pretty sure most black women won't care about the interracial dating, except for the fact that most of the guys who step out of the race always downgrade their own race. That's the problem. Like, you can go smash other women without being like, well, you know, black women ain't shit. This is the reason why I'm over here. Like, bro, okay, I got it. Like, I don't know who told you had a small ding-a-lang, but listen, you didn't have to hate them all because of it. Because, I mean, damn, you know, Tracy over there, she was bad. And she also had a crush on you, but you passed that up now. Now Debo's over there smashing her and also beating the shit out of her on the side. I mean, it's unfortunate. I hated that she had to go out like that. But, you know, some people make their choices. But you could have saved her, but you didn't. You know, now you're smashing, you know, ooh, Amanda over there, and she is, you know, hey, she's nice. Sometimes she's nice. That's the thing that kills me is hell. So sometimes the ugly people are just ugly inside and out. No matter what color either. That's the same thing about the beautiful people. Some of the beautiful people out there are actually just nice. Not all of them are uppity. Not all of us.